Australia early on, and as Rupert said, just 2 points separating them in 5th and 6th spot. Remembering too that France are automatic qualifiers, so there's a space there for one of these teams if they grab it this weekend. Well, for South Africa, their captain Sheikh Soizwapi always at the front of it. Impi Fisa, jersey number 3, who has played every match so far for them this season. Australia look to the likes of Maurice Longbottom, had some injury issues last week, but out there, thigh strapped up, ready to go. Ruby Tui, wow, tri-nations of old, South Africa, Australia, with so much at stake. New Zealand in this pool too. What a ripper to get into.
Oh, absolutely, this pool is just something else. It's good to see loyal supporters coming out. And I must say, Ricky, we walked down and had a touch of that carpet down there, and it is looking good. Might be some PBs on the GPS this weekend.
It's a beautiful track here at Singapore Stadium.
Such a beautiful place. Getting a bit jealous. Should have brought my boots, Ricky, but this pool, something else.
I know you've got them in the bag. Here we go, Australia underway off the boot of Dietrich Roach. He's going to try and scoop that a pinpoint 10 metres, but it is brought down nicely by South Africa, and one of their flyers, Sean Williams, so to be South Africa, gets the first chance to attack here. And they have got some big attacking threats too. Ndlovu. And then one of the workhorses, Ryan Oosthuizen. Here is Williams, wrapped up in a good tackle by the ever-present Henry Patterson, the player he has been for Australia this season. South Africa pressing and pressing early, and that's another nice little charge from Ndlovu. Soizwapi there to clear. Fisa has got Oosthuizen, and Williams flying down this right side. Sean Williams back from injury suffered just before LA, back in this side. They've had a lot of turnover of players have the blitz box. Here's one of their new faces this season, Duarte, creating some space for Ndlovu, who has been in the thick of this opening passage of play. Fisa. Go! Very nice continuity from South Africa to start. Here's Christy Grobelaar, dumped to the deck. Australia's defence holding firm, nice and organised at the moment as South Africa look to press early, and then Ndlovu, who's done so many good things in that opening passage, Ruby, throws a shocker.
Absolutely, Ndlovu making multiple line breaks there, forcing the Australian defence to just back on up all the way down the field. So that forward pass will be something we want to forget pretty quickly. You can see what he was trying to do though, the skip pass absolutely on.
Closer.
He knows it.
Hook the ball, square, crouch,
another scrum set piece here. As you can see, Australia spread very, very wide across the field. Options either way.
Australia busting downfield now, having been hard on defence. Away they come through Darby Lancaster, up over halfway and surging forward, earning a penalty too. And going to be a yellow card here for
deliberate side entry here.
Side entry against Ricardo Duarte. So after making all the early running, they suddenly find themselves on defence and down to 6 for the next 2 minutes.
Gee, that's not a man you want to lose either. He's 5th overall in the entire series for point scorer.
Side entry.
Well, there is the Sargent family who've made their way from the Gold Coast to watch Hayden out there in 25. And looking to get Australia onto attack here. Here's Henry Patterson for the corner. You're never stopping Henry from there. And Australia absorb the pressure, go to the other end, and Henry Patterson scores.
Yeah, well, they had been on defence that whole first bit of this first half. And with a player down, South Africa, it was a big ask for them to react quickly. But you're right, Ricky. Not only was there an overlap, but the overlap was in the form of Henry Patterson. He goes down for a nice wee try. Good start from Australia.
There they are, that's Hayden Sargent's family. So mum and dad Stu and Nikki, his brother Bo, Nana Caroline, cousins Grace and Lily, and the neighbours, Kim and Jason, are also here. But there's a secret that Kim is harbouring, which we'll see a little later. There's Kim there, but he reckons that little bit of black peeking through. There's mum Nikki in the middle, brother Bo, dad Stu in the hat. How cool for the Sargent family. Nana Caroline, I miss her.
So good, eh? With sevens, you can support your family, travel the world. Used to live in Singapore. Hayden spent some early days here. Australia's overcooked that one though, so they'll give some ball back here to the South Africans and try and absorb that time when Duarte still in the Simba.
Scrum called.
Yeah, real mistake there by Roach. quality player. South Africa, I think they'll call for a set piece. Oh, if you drown, Ricky, we're safe.
That's the one. I'm going to back the little fella. He's the
Crouch.
I think the other two looking for a bit more a different kind of bay.
Set.
5 points to nil in this really important opening game for South Africa
By
and
the
Australia.
tunnel. By the tunnel.
It was a bit messy. Came out the same tunnel.
Reset.
Yeah, same channel. It's an interesting rule. If the ball pops back out, it's a simple reset. And if you can crack how to do that and make it look like an accident, it's a perfect ploy to wait for your 7th member to return, which South Africa have done expertly.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Crouch.
Duarte, their key
Bind.
man, back out on the field just in time. He's going to stand right in behind the scrum, which will be fed by Sean Williams. In and out it comes for Duarte. Tries to stab a little kick ahead, and it's ricocheted off the feet and scooped up well by Patterson. It was initially, and now
Off feet first. 11
conceding the penalty.
Off feet first.
South Africa, Soizwapi, the captain.
Yeah, interesting play, going for the kick early. It's only game one. Usually you kick those up your sleeve, but intentions early. South Africa
Let's go.
need some points. Both such great teams. Anyone could win.
Sargent does tap and go for Australia. Here's long bottom. He's the keys to the castle. Throws a lovely long ball for Roach. And then flying down the outside for Australia is Lancaster up over the 22. Wrapped up in a good tackle by Krobala. And then it's Australia's turn to concede the penalty. You can almost feel the tension between these teams. It's nip and tuck and mistakes being made. They know how important this is going to be.
Oh, there's absolutely an edge to this game. This pool, honestly, when I saw it, they got New Zealand in there as well.
On here.
It's definitely going to be one of those who turn up in the moment. And all these turnovers you're seeing.
Inside. Yeah.
You see, holding on the call there, going to be so
Stay
crucial.
At 2. Stay at 2, you.
Huge moments.
Stay at 2.
Two teams from each pool will go through to the quarterfinals. So
thank you.
New Zealand,
Time on.
South Africa, Australia, and Hong Kong, China in this group. And South Africa, Australia are one of those sides to miss out. That makes it tricky. Is that some nice ball down the back for Oosthuizen. And away come South Africa, looking to find a level-up try. And that's some great footwork from Williams, and now he's going to accelerate away. Roach coming back, and Sean Williams just dragging him down. Great cover defence by the Aussie number 4, but South Africa pouring forward as Fisa clears. That one over the top of Duarte, but we know his skills. What's in the trick bag today?
No.
Brought down just short of the 22, Fisa for Oosthuizen. Now again, Williams, who made that great early bust. Really good injection back into the side the last few weeks, Sean Williams. Ndulova. Through the hands, they go down low. And then spilling out of the hands as the cover defence came across. Non shakes Soizwapi, and that will end the first half. Disappointed South Africa's captain. It's Australia leading 5 points to nil at half-time. Australia's captain then, Nick Malou. Pool A has got all sorts of action going on. It's New Zealand against Hong Kong, China coming up next. And it's Australia around South Africa who are out there at the moment, though. 5 points to nil, Australia leading. Ruby Tui was saying it feels like there's a bit of tension between these teams, a lot at stake.
Yeah, absolutely, and we just saw at half-time there. Love it in sevens. We get right into the huddles. Beautiful work from our camera people. But the management there just saying to South Africa, please, the discipline, we must keep those penalties down, and I couldn't agree more. This is team 5th place South Africa versus 6th place Australia. Olympic qualification is just so tight in the men's competition, so every single turnover matters.
Sean Williams, they come away. South Africa had all the early running in that first half. Just the one try, though, that was scored by the big number 6 there, Henry Patterson. Australia playing from inside their own territory with Tetrick Roach, and that's just spilled clear, and it's come off a South African hand, though, as it was pulled out.
Strip the ball and it goes forward from you. Scrum. Gold. Eh?
Beautiful shot there of this amazing stadium, National Stadium down here in Singapore. Duarte there just getting caught. But you can see the pressure South Africa are trying to put on.
Okay. Crouch.
If you're down here in sevens, you need to put the pressure on, force an error.
Set. Stop.
Australia this time, they're the one who opt to hoof it way downfield. Look at the bounce in there. As the shot comes in, brilliant timing. Josh Turner it was who put the shot on Williams, who's slow to get up. A good change of tactic from Australia to try and use some defence to create some pressure perhaps this time. The ever-present Oosthuizen. This Turner just shows that he's clearly rolling out. And speaking of ever-present, here's Fisa. Now away comes South Africa. Ugrobala. And now a little bit of footwork from one of the newcomers in the side the last couple of weeks, Ethan James, up over halfway. Australia's defence has been very well organised. It was in the first half, looks good so far, but now some pressure Pat's coming on, and there it is again, Patterson scooped up by Turner. Mistake coming from South Africa, and now scooting down the left, didn't need a lot of room, Nathan Lawson, and that is turning again defence into attack, and Nathan Lawson obliges with the try.
Nathan Lawson out here breaking South African law, getting a try himself, but it was the reaction from Turner to get that ball out to his flyer down the ring. He had a work to do. That was a big palm coming in on Williams. Geez, such important tries, such important moments. Long bottom, big kick, he'll have to get it down the middle.
Oh, the kick's superb from Maurice Longbottom. In Australia,
I will say, Ricky, anything can happen in 4 minutes and sevens, but Australia will be very, very happy.
They haven't had many opportunities, but they've struck twice now. Off some rugged defence, and again, that's going to be more ball for Australia. It was Turner who got up in the air initially, and now tidied up by Longbottom. And here is Josh Turner scooting away, looking to release Patterson down the left again. Henry Patterson, who is just so influential on this side. Roach changes the point of attack and goes himself. Dietrich Roach.
Wow.
Looked ahead right, came back left, created the hole, and scores for Australia.
It all started from his pinpoint kick as well. Turner getting up, getting the turnover. We have a look here. He just stands the whole defensive lineup. Says, what about defending this area? If you're not going to, I'm taking it on. That's a no touch. That's a 5 points under the post. And after not reaching the quarterfinals at all much this season, Ricky, this is huge play from Australia. 17 now, look at that.
Yeah, 11th last week in Hong Kong. Disappointed with that bouncing back with a really statement effort so far, Australia. Here's Dietrich Roach, third leading scorer for the season.
Sub. Number 4.
19 points to nil. Australia leading South Africa now.
You have the shot clock. You have
It's
the
a
shot
well-deserved break, those Roach. I saw them in the gym earlier this week, Ricky.
I explained to you there's the shot. Oh, yeah.
You can see Australia trying to get up into that top 5 bracket. They look good, they look powerful.
Yeah, I saw them in the gym too.
Yeah, but too powerful, that kick.
Just overcooking the restart. Just saw on those table standings why this match and this pool is so important, with 2 tournaments to come after this. Automatic Olympic qualification just changes the game for these teams without having to go through regional qualifiers. South Africa trying to get their game rolling with a little stab kick through a head from Ethan James. He's trying to chase it himself. Bounce sits up well. Cover defence is good from Australia though. And now South Africa creating some space wide this time. Again, Australia's defence stands firm. It's come out the side awkwardly, and it's going to be a penalty for Australia.
Only gone.
Wow.
Said he held on. Ball was sort of sitting there, but
It was. It actually looked like it bobbled forward, but like we always say, the ref's always right. He deemed it. Australia was over that ball. And as South Africa hobble back onside.
Tian Pretorius doesn't look good, does he? Hobbling back with that strapping on the knee. He was the one who took it into contact. This is him here.
Looks like he got trapped too. Yeah, he's trapped in an awkward position there.
Here.
Trying to push the ball back for his team. Position's so important. Yeah, he's going to have a rest. And we'll see Ishmael come on.
More ball here for Australia as they burst up field again. From that line out, cleared away by Lawson, one of the try scorers. Here's the powerhouse Gonzalez through the middle. Great surge. Malouf out there too now. So Australia really able to roll some firepower off the bench, and look at the front foot ball they're getting. As away goes Max Berry, inside for Malouf. Nick Malouf pops the ball up over the top. Oh, couldn't quite scoop it up. And it'll be a double knock on. Gonzalez, hands on hips. Saw the try line. Are they looking good, Australia?
Yeah, they are, and I think we have to mention the power of the bench that have come on. Berry part of that. Turner's been outstanding. Gonzalez just injecting themselves into this game. The back end of a sevens game, when you're already winning and your bench comes on and starts performing like this, putting Australia in very good stead.
Crouch.
South Africa really, from the opening minute and a half, have not had much of a sniff at all in this match. They'll get a free kick here because important points in every aspect. They want to get something on the board here. They went 10 metres, Australia.
No, because he retreated back. He retreated back. He's 7 meters to me, okay?
Interesting. A short arm. He wasn't quite onside, but he was deemed that he was trying to get onside. So quick tap, South Africa.
Tap from deep inside their own half. And now this is a good bust from Ishmael. Travis Ishmael, the 30-year-old, just playing his third tournament. One test for the Springboks as well. Australia power in, pile in, try and clean out. Well, Turner's just clutching the rib there, Josh Turner. So Australia are going to be short one in the line here. As South Africa come back into traffic. Ball was out, yeah, great spot from Nick Malouf. And that's a really good finish from a very good performance by Australia. Holding firm, keeping a clean sheet. And 3 tries of their own. Australia 19, South Africa 0.